Hello everyone, welcome back to another Star Stable video, besties. Okay, perfect. Today, we are going to be talking about something a little bit interesting. Since Star Stable seems to be changing their, game plan and what they basically are doing with the game in a subtle, but I feel like this is going to make a very big difference in the long run way on how we will be receiving their new horses, especially. They are focusing on changing how we find them. So anyways, before I say anything else, let's just get right into the video then, and I will start off by explaining what I mean. So basically, I'm sure a lot of you besties have noticed, but basically Star Stable is changing how we receive the news of a new horse in game. Before, for a very long time, we'd go to CC Creations channel, especially, such a great channel, and everything like that, and all of these spoiler accounts would basically look in the game code and find us these upcoming horses that aren't released yet, that Star Stable hasn't even mentioned progress of making, and everything like that. And I thought it was super fun as a little backyard way to know what's going on behind the scenes and everything like that. We know from these channels before Star Stable even officially mentioned anything about these horses. So Star Stable was just not telling us anything with the horses they were making until a few days before the release. It was usually a Monday or a Tuesday. They would post the horse trailer on their Instagram page and also their YouTube channel. And from this horse trailer, it would basically be a little intro to the horse, with the Jorvik NPCs on them and everything like that, even a new tack set sometimes in there. And you could always rely on this from the YouTube channel, but it was right before the Wednesday update that these horses were going to be released. Well, recently, and this started just with the Lip is Honor horses, so again, bear in mind this trend may come to change, but Star Stable has recently been spoiling these horse breeds themselves. And this is a huge change, especially because they mentioned they were going to be releasing the Dartmoor ponies officially in fall, which is 6 months away, bestie. It's so far away. We know we're getting the Dartmoor ponies. We know we're getting updated Arabians, and Star Stable also officially released that they are going to be updating the Mustang horses this summer. So are we going to forever be expecting Star Stable and kind of relying for Star Stable to tell us what horse breed they're updating since 6 months in advance? That is a huge change. Basically, with the Lip is Honor horses, Star Stable posted and gave all of the ambassadors a little preview of the horses to post to their Instagram pages. I will play some right now, but basically it would showcase the horse like most of these spoiler channels did, showing some of the different coat colors and the animations for community feedback. I'm not sure if they took that into account or not, but definitely the community did give feedback on the Lip is Honors and the fast gallop in particular. They did tweak a little bit, but they didn't change it too much. It does seem like Star Stable is taking more of a community-based approach now, because even before we see a sneak peek of the Mustangs, like we did the Lip is Honors, and even before we know that the Dartmoor ponies were even in the code, no mention of them in the code anywhere, or else the spoiler channels would have posted about it. Star Stable is already asking for our feedback with what we want to see on these horses and giving us hashtags to use so that we could help create their horses. Now, is Star Stable going to listen to this feedback and take that into consideration when actually creating these horses? I am not too sure about that, but there is definitely the aspect that, with the Jorvik Frisians back in 2020, they did ask for our feedback, but that was more of a last minute feedback. But it's really weird that Star Stable is asking for our feedback and opinions on these horses before they're even posted, or even in the game code. No mention of them, probably not even 3D modeled yet. So I just think that is super fascinating that they want that community feedback before anything, or even in the work process. So I am thinking they are going to take our feedback a lot more into consideration. Not only this, but as I was saying, they started spoiling their horses even before they are added in the files, and it looks like even before they started modeling them, since the Dartmoor ponies are coming in fall. Bestie, I cannot get over that fact they are coming in fall, so they are making us anticipate these horses 6 months in advance, and I'm not sure if they're going to do this with magical horses or anything like that, because I don't think they are, especially since they posted the Lip is Honors to the ambassador accounts before. They were like spoiled by the actual spoiler accounts, if that makes sense, but they had no mention of the magical horses. Now this could be a one-time thing, like Star Stable will end up spoiling their magical horses later on because these were contest horses and it was kind of expected, but at the same time, I'm not sure if they're going to be doing or considering doing the same thing with the magical horses in game, since they seem to be focusing on more of the horse breeds in general. With the Lipizzaner horses as well, I mentioned this earlier, but they did give ambassador accounts the ability to check them out in game before these spoiler accounts were even like in the game files or nothing like that. So it looks like Star Stable wants to start spoiling horse breeds on their own terms, which is a huge step. Now, I'm not sure if you guys like this or not, but I think this is something that Star Stable is going to be doing going forward. It's just kind of weird that they spoil it so far in advance, like Dartmoor ponies, guys. Like, are we going to get to know all the horses released this year? I mean, it is good if you want to save up star coins and you know, like, oh, I have a Dartmoor pony in real life. I'd love to save up for that and I could plan for it now. But I thought it was kind of fun to check out the spoiler channels. Let me know what you guys think and your opinions on this. I think that this also means they will start looking into a bit more of the community feedback for their horses as well, so that is pretty exciting. Overall, this is a huge change since Star Stable was kind of like straying from spoiling their horse breeds and just letting the spoiler accounts take care of that and putting it in the game files. But now it looks like Star Stable themselves will be involved in the horse releasing process with spoilers, teasers, everything like that, a lot more. And let me know if you think Star Stable will actually take our thoughts into consideration or not. There are 2 current hashtags that you can use if you do want to check them out. I will have them on screen right now, but let me just double check for you. I know the Star Stable Dartmoor pony one, if you do want to help Star Stable with like coat colors or expectations, anything like that, the Dartmoor one is hashtag SSO Dartmoor, and I'm sure you could use this and post to it on Instagram. And I'm not too sure what the what the Mustang one is right now, but I will have that on screen right now and use that on Instagram to share your thoughts with Star Stable. So let me know what you guys think of this change. I am thinking that we will be seeing this, especially since Star Stable posted Lipizzaners, Mustangs, and Dartmoor ponies so far in advance so that we could plan for them. Let me know your thoughts on this and if you prefer that Star Stable is taking this route, or if you wanted to go back to how it was before with CC Creations and the spoiler channels. It definitely is a big change to see Star Stable spoiling their own horses and giving the ambassadors like access before anyone else to it, but I think it is kind of fun. Not too sure how it'll play out because I'm not too sure if they will like spoil the progress of the Mustangs as they go forward, you know, like a little coat color snippet, a little eye snippet, a little leg snippet. Then with the Dartmoor ponies, if they'll be doing the same thing or not. But let me know your thoughts on this, and as always, I hope you have a great day. Stay tuned as I post new Star Stable videos every single day, and I currently have a free 500 star coin code giveaway up on my channel. Definitely go check that out if you haven't already, bestie, and yeah, bye bye!